got a big old crowd gonna head over to the RTI ramp.
Lite Brite is bringing the side chick to the RTI ramp.
I bet it makes it almost all the way to the end.
What's up, Life Right Nation?
What's going on, Life Right Nation?
So I fucked up. I broke my buggy, essentially.
Sort of broke your buggy. Guys, after going to the Rubicon and going to Fordyce and back to the Rubicon and doing all that, you have to look over your rigs, especially if you start driving it and there's any new noises, any new vibrations, any new leaks. You have to look over it, and especially if there's a vibration for a reason. Do not overlook a vibration and think it's nothing. If there's a vibration, something is damaged, bent, broken, or loose.
Yeah, so towards the end of Fordyce, on our way out, I was definitely having a driveline vibration, and it almost sounded like gear grinding. And I immediately told Kevin, I was like, something is wrong. And we had also noticed that I had like a diff leak or two, maybe, as well. So we hopped under it, and luckily we were, well, I say we, Chris was able to instantly go like, oh,
well, luckily.
Well, and we'll show you in a second.
Yeah.
We'll show you in a second why it was extremely lucky that he was able to instantly figure out what it is. But in addition to that, something I wanted to kind of mention too is, as you can see, we've got child support. Oh my God, Jesus. We've got child support, the Ford F450. We've got Side Chick, my buggy, and we've got the stepchild RJL. Now, one thing that I also wanted to mention, because a lot of people ask us, like, how do we do what we do when we're on the road? Because if you think about it, we don't have really access to like our own personal garage in Utah when we're on the road, which right now we are driving from Lake Tahoe all the way to Salem, Oregon for the Salem Jeep Fest. So before we did that though, we noticed something was wrong and we called a friend, because the only way we are able to achieve what we do while we're driving on the road is through the help of friends and subscribers. So right now we are actually at our friend Tyler's house, who owns Total Metal Innovations and happens to have a shop that he said we could borrow. Although I don't know if Kevin's gonna utilize it.
Now, if you're ever in a situation where you need to replace your rear drive shaft, or say you broke a U-joint like Brittany did here on her buggy, luckily it didn't break all the way. Say you're strapped down to a trailer and you're being lazy and you don't want to jack it up, or say you don't have a jack and you have no way to get the rear wheels off the ground. What you can do is get in here as much as you can on the transfer case side, kind of loosen these up if you can. The problem is that you generally can't get to all the nuts or bolts on the T-case side. It's usually kind of a pain in the butt. So what you can do is you can put your transfer case into neutral, which allows the transfer case to spin freely, and then take all the nuts or bolts off the axle side here. What that's going to do is once you get these off, you can slide the shaft in a little bit, get it free of the axle, and then you can spin the drive shaft because you have the transfer case in neutral. So this is kind of just a little tip. If you don't have a jack, you're being lazy, you're loaded up on a trailer, any of those things, or you're on a trail and you can't really get the rear wheels off the ground, just go ahead and put the T case in neutral. Have somebody hold the brake if you're going to do that on a trail.
Right now we're strapped.
Right now we're strapped down.
Not going anywhere.
So make sure that if that happens, make sure somebody's on the brake to hold the wheels, because once that T case is in neutral, the vehicle can just roll. The only thing that will hold it will be the brakes. Park will not work. If you put it in
neutral.
Yeah, if you put the T case in neutral, park does nothing. Park will not stop the vehicle. You have to have somebody on the brakes. I had to make sure I emphasize that.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, so here's what we'll do is we'll finish taking this guy off here. And then when you put these back on, you don't go super, super tight because you don't want to crush the caps. You actually use a little bit of Loctite and you just snug them down. All right, this one's being, yeah, the nuts all messed up. I bet you the threads are messed up. Hey, babe, go ahead and just fast forward through this for me, please.
Will do.
Oh, come on.
I
finally.
It came out.
Oh.
Also wear safety glasses.
Oh, okay. Oh, see? And now look. Now you can twist it here.
So you can reach all
the
the
rest.
nuts.
So we removed the drive shaft. So obviously the problem is with the drive shaft here. And it looks fine. You're looking at it. Everything looks fine. It's bolted up. Very, very luckily. The transfer case side of the drive shaft, this broken cap just happened to be pointing down. So when Chris got under it, he was able to see that this cap was broken. And if you pull this off and look, there's nothing in here. There's supposed to be needles in here, and let me show you. Can you see those needles? Those are all a bunch of little needle bearings that are supposed to be in there, and that's what is on here that rotates and everything. So we were completely missing that, and that cap's broken and cracked all the way up. So that was about to crack and fall out. If Brittany would have done a big bump or something somewhere or got any kind of bound up, it could have been bad. So luckily, thank you, Chris, for spotting that. And of course, I had to make a call to our good friends, Jim Reel at JE Reel. Ta-da! Yeah, so we got front and rear Reel Canyon Crawler drive shafts. These guys are freaking amazing. They got it out to us right away. I went ahead and I got a front as well, because if this cap is broken like that, I don't know what the rest of the drive shafts and caps and U-joints look like. I'm going to use this as a backup just in case. We'll go ahead and replace this U-joint at some point. I'm actually going to replace all the U-joints in the old shafts, and those could just kind of be backups in case Brittany decides to hoo-ha something up somewhere, and I don't know. But guys, if you go to realdriveline.com or call them up, talk to Scott or Jim, tell them Brite sent you, they will hook you guys up. They will give you a Brite discount.
And just so you guys know, these are Canyon Crawlers. These are the same exact drive shafts that we run, not just in the Ultra 4 car, but also in the Stepchild as well. So these things are insanely beefy, and we really don't have to worry about those once we get them in.
Right. Since we've gone to the Canyon Crawlers and the Stepchild, we haven't gone through a single drive shaft. We haven't gone through a single U-joint. Same thing with the Ultra 4. So, of course, Brittany's buggy's got to have them too. But these guys, top-notch stuff, hands down.
Another shout out, thank you to JE Reel for helping us once again upgrade the side chick, make sure she can handle those 42s, and also I guess thanks to Kevin for installing them for me or something like that.
That's literally the thing I get.
Can we just take a second though to appreciate this t-shirt that I bought you?
We can.
You want to tell them why I bought you this one specifically?
I get banned from Facebook a lot.
All the time. Ban hammers. All the time.
I get banned from Facebook a lot. She's just letting people know that I do.
Just ahead of time. Yeah. Kevin violates the community guidelines. Also, I got him a couple other shirts, like a red stripe, an American flag one, and all that stuff. If you guys haven't figured it out, we're very patriotic. We'll just leave it at that. We support our flag. We support our troops.
Our country.
We support our men in service. Kevin used to be a fireman in the Air Force and women in service.
Jesus,
if you don't
Brittany.
know, Kevin was a firefighter in the Air Force. I have some military family members as well. So anyways, to all of our vets, thank you. And current military members, we appreciate what you do. Now, we also do have to give another shout out to our good friend Tyler here, who we wheeled with on the Rubicon Trail just a week or two ago when we did the Granite View Loop. He also happens to be a member of the Rubicon Trail Foundation, and he also happens to be letting us crash in his fifth wheel on the side of his shop. So he also owns, obviously, a company called Total Metal Innovations, and they do some pretty cool stuff, which we want to show you guys.
He does something super cool with steel wheels. I know a lot of Toyota guys, Chevy guys. There's a lot of kind of old school guys that still run steelies, which are inexpensive and super popular, and they're pretty strong, but you make them stronger. You turn them into beadlocks. You turn a steel wheel into a beadlock and reinforce it.
That's correct. We have a inner ring that welds onto your wheel with our integrated anti-coning and water drain holes, and then a bunch of different designs for outer rings that allow you to convert your steel wheel to a beadlock.
Right, so this literally sits right inside this lip here, and then you're going to weld it onto your steel wheel, and then he has a ton of different like faceplates that are going to go onto that, and this becomes your beadlock. You're going to mount the tire on the outside lip here, and this is going to bolt in between, and we'll show you when it's completely done. And then he has, hold this one up too. So he has, this is just a couple. He has like how many designs?
40 or so.
Just 40 or so different cool, crazy designs, so you can customize it. And then not only that, steel wheels, even though they're steel, they're known to kind of bend the lip. If you hit a rock hard enough right on the edge, it'll bend it. So on the inside, because the outside's reinforced now, he now has these guys, and you weld this on. You schedule weld it all the way around, so you have a few of these, and that reinforces that lip so it never bends on the trail on you again. So it adds a little bit of weight to a steel wheel, but it reinforces it. It becomes like bomb-proof, and you have a beadlock. And
it's a lot cheaper than...
It's way cheaper, and you did it yourself. And then, what is this right here? So I see you have like these little notches cut right here. Look at that. Look at the smiley face. See it?
So this is a tab that bends up and turns into our integrated anti-coning, so you don't have to have a separate anti-coning ring with your weld-on beadlock kits.
Oh, so it's all integrated. So
Yep.
there's no extra parts.
No extra parts.
Well, sweet. So he does do a little bit more, but that's super cool. I know that's what you guys are known for. But you do have a couple other really cool little guys over here. Some little jabby boys. What are these?
Jabby boys.
The spike tube ends, and then we have some chamfered tube ends.
So the rock bouncer guys, if you watch them, a lot of them, you'll see these
are popular.
spikes sitting out. So at the end of a tube, when you're building a tube chassis, instead of capping it off, they'll literally stick these in there and weld them and have these cool, and they'll usually like anodize them or powder coat them, so they're like different colors. But that's super cool. Or if you're like kind of a normal person, you'll just you'll just stick this in the tube and weld it, and that's a little safer.
Sorry if you have a rock bouncer and you're not a normal person.
And then one other really cool thing that he makes are these little tab brackets. This is for a transfer case. This is for the MP205, right?
Correct.
These are tabs together so it can go in your tube buggy or whatever you're working on to mount up an MP205. So it comes with hardware and some little tabs. We just wanted to show you guys. Oh yeah, I forgot about Jelly outside. So as you can see, this was just a standard steel wheel that now has his Total Metal Innovations beadlock kit on it. So this looks just like a rock guard or rash guard that some people sell, but this one's not. This one's actually the beadlock. He does sell just the rock guard if you want to add just the rock guard to your steel wheel. But yeah, this is it. I mean, it's pretty simple. You weld the inner on, you have the outer, and there's your bolts that go through. And they're nice and flush mount. So look at the inside. So this is actually really cool. So this is the piece I showed you earlier. This actually gets welded to the inside of the steel wheel, because a lot of times when you're aired down, if you take a rock to that lip right there, it'll bend the lip and you'll lose air. So that actually welds and reinforces to the inner lip, so that way it you don't have to worry about bending the steel wheel. And if you didn't notice, it literally says visit totalmetalinnovations.com to win me. So you can literally win this cool little buggy.
Yep, we're doing a giveaway. You can get on our website. The main banner has a link to the page with all the information. And
does it come with the fridge? Since
it
it's
does
on
not
there?
come with the fridge.
Okay, just making sure, because it's in the video and somebody's gonna win it. So one of you guys are gonna win this. So it's like, it's what,
125 bucks.
Quick.
It's a cool little guy.
You want to do a quick rundown of Axel's engine? Like what? Like quick rundown.
Yeah, so it's got a Honda H22 with a Garrett turbo feeding into a set of rough stuff housings. I'm on 42-inch IROC stickies.
There you go.
Win it.
Super capable little
Win
buggy.
it. That'd actually be pretty cool if one of our subscribers won this thing.
It would be for 125. Can I enter?
Yeah, I don't care.
We're totally gonna enter, and then we're gonna win it, and then we're gonna give it to Chris, and then this will be Chris's new buggy.
Oh, there you go.
And now for the real reason that we've come to Salem, Oregon. Guys, welcome to the Salem Jeep Fest.
What's up, Vibration?
I asked for that, yeah.
She's got a big old crowd gonna head over to the RTI ramp.
Lite Brite is bringing the side chick to the RTI ramp.
I bet it makes it almost all the way to the end. Keep going. You're off. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it right there. Almost. It's pretty close. 134. It's the highest of the day.
So my final score was 12:07. I think it was 134 inches, centimeters. I don't know what they're measuring by. Anyways,
Inches.
their final score. So what they do is they take essentially how far up the ramp you go, and then your wheelbase, and they do some magician magic, and they figure out your final score. Mine was 12:07, which is the highest of the day, and I think it counts because I have a Jeep grill
And a hood.
and a hood.
Let me see, that's good. That's a Jeep hood. Jeep grill.
That's got to count for something, right? That counts for something.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Just kidding. We left her over Econ.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free.
Guys,
Whoever the owner is.
we won an award.
Congratulations.
For farthest, maybe. Oh God, it is heavy. Oh Jesus Christ. No, I got it. It's fine. It's fine. For farthest travel.
Are you ready?
What? What?
This is all improv, by the way. So if you guys like what I'm doing, this is really how organic beatboxing is. I just think about it and I'm spitting it to you guys. It's like my third language, you know, beatboxing, Spanish, English. So if I'm going pretty fast, I'm probably yelling at you guys. So quit acting up.
Holy cow. Salem, Oregon, y'all came out swinging.
Dude, that was well beyond anything I think we were expecting. And honestly, part of us coming to Oregon is like, obviously we're gonna go wheeling. We're gonna hit up Tillamook, or someone told us we needed to do Quack Attack. The downside was that a few days before we arrived, everything got shut down because of fire danger. Like, a lot of Oregon is dealing with forest fires right now. And so a lot of the wheeling and off-roading areas are closed.
Everything's shut down, but
We didn't get to go wheeling,
Yeah.
which is fine though, because honestly, the Salem Jeep Fest ended up being well above and beyond anything we were expecting. It was so much fun.
it was normally at a dealership. Usually 150 Jeeps they said would show up. Well, this time they moved it to a park. And
It was at the State Fair Park, I think, or something like that.
And over 600 Jeeps showed up. Over 600 deep. It was full. There was great barbecue. There was good music.
There's a beatboxer!
There was a beatboxer.
What?
I mean, it was a really fun time, and it's free.
Dude, the fact that the Salem Jeepers put on this event for their community, their Jeep community, their off-roading community, and it's a completely free event for families to just come out, meet other people, have a blast, and just hang out for the day, is above and beyond incredible. It was a ton of fun.
Super
we were
awesome.
so glad that we visited, and thank you to everyone that came out and everyone that walked up and said hi or got a signature
And we won a
or anything.
trophy.
And we won a trophy, which I didn't even know we were even entered to win, because I don't know, I just assumed that
I mean, we did drive the farthest.
we did drive the farthest, so fair enough. But anyways, guys, Salem Jeepers, thank you so much for a super rad time. Thank you to everyone who came out and said hi. Thank you for everyone who gave Jelly Beans some love and some pets. Guys, you guys are awesome. This is one of the main reasons why we absolutely love the off-roading community.
It was great. But now we get to move on to Boise, Idaho.
Yep, that's our next stop in our giant trip. And by the way, by the time you see this video, we're long gone from Salem. By the time you see the Boise, Idaho video, we're long gone from Boise, Idaho. If you guys want to know where we're gonna be well ahead of time, you need to be following either our Lite Brite Nation Facebook or our Lite Brite Instagram. Or if you're an E3 off-road member, we also tend to have our Lite Brite calendar posted on E3 as well, so you guys know ahead of time where we're going. But anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all of your Lite Brite Nation merch and decals at litebritstudios.com. But anyways, guys, we love you. And we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.